Good morning, by the way.
Good morning.
Look at you.
Yeah.
So unrock star of you to be in the studio live.
I took the subway here.
I believe you.
I love
You're like
it.
a Toronto Maple Leaf. They all take the subway to the games. That's what they do.
Why wouldn't you?
That song we just heard, by the way, was am I getting this right, your first number one?
Yes, it was. It was. And I'll tell you where I was when I found out it went number one. I was in the hospital emergency room. I had an ingrown nail that was infected.
Ew.
They were about to cut me open, and I said, "You're never going to believe this," because I had to tell someone, right, to the nurse, right? She's like, "Yeah, whatever. Anyway, this is going to hurt."
Wow, you've had that. That's crazy because I think. Am I wrong about that? I'm doing this live. I shouldn't really be doing this live. When you had the number one video on the Chevy Top 20 Countdown that I hosted on CMT, you were just coming from the delivery room?
Yes. So my daughter was born the day Get By went top 10. And
that's right.
And I saw you the very next day. I still have my hospital bracelet on. You're
that's
like,
right.
Dude, what is this?
Yeah, I'm like, did you get hurt? Did you have another ingrown nail or something like that?
I think what you said was, are you out on a day pass? What is this about?
That's amazing. Well, it's nice how you can remember these special moments in your life.
Burned into my brain,
with
man.
these things. What's going on in your life, man? I can tell the people because it was a non-televised event a couple of weeks ago now, or a week and a half ago, at Massey Hall in Toronto. It was this year's edition of the Canadian Songwriters Hall of Fame induction ceremony, and Sarah McLachlan was inducted. Tom Cochrane was inducted. Dion Tell was inducted, an amazing French-Canadian singer-songwriter who's just absolutely wonderful. And then Blue Rodeo, a band that's near and dear to your heart. And you were on stage with Tennille Townes.
Yeah.
And what happened? Tell everybody.
Well, we got to sing Till I Am Myself again with Jim and Greg looking on in the front row.
Yeah.
Which is, listen, if you're gonna put yourself in a nerve-wracking situation, that's it. But I've been singing that song since it came out, so it was very. I felt very at home on that stage singing that song.
Have you met the guys from Blue Rodeo before?
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. I played with them so many times. I'm sure they don't remember, but I opened for them a number of times before I ever had a record deal. And then, it's the kind of things like if I was at an event and I saw them there, we would definitely touch base and say hello.
You would. And if you are, you're really good at that stuff. And you did cut your teeth in bars playing that stuff. So with equipment breaking and with 3 strings on a 6-string guitar, you can make it happen anytime. So staring at them in front of a Massey Hall audience, sold out audience, looking back at you, no big deal?
Well, I don't have very good eyesight, so I couldn't see anybody, which worked to my advantage in that moment. So and I'll tell you this, I never thought I'd ever get to play at Massey Hall. And so I sang 3 times that night, and each time I sang, I took a breath and soaked it in. It was something that I said to myself, you got to do it, because who knows when we're going to be here next, and I took a second to look around and really appreciate how cool of a venue it is and how cool it was that I got to be up there with all those fine folks.
I saw a stand-up comedian in that building recently, and the guy was like, I always wanted to play Carnegie Hall. My whole life I wanted to play Carnegie Hall. And he said, Carnegie Hall's got nothing on Massey Hall.
Yeah, it's true. There's so much history there. And it was so funny. Somebody, I think Tara Lightfoot asked me, she goes, when was the last time you saw a show here? I said, last year. She goes, who'd you see? I said, Blue Rodeo.
Really? Yeah. It's absolutely perfect. We got to catch up because you got some new stuff coming on. But let's go to your second number one. This was back-to-back with What a Song Should Do. They say you can't sing about trucks no more.
That's right.
It's Tim Hicks, New Country 93.5. Yeah! Every time we play that song, I never want to step on the end of it because I love it. Yeah,
that was, that happens when I cut songs with Jeff Copeland. We just try and crack each other up, and more often than I'm proud of, the ridiculousness ends up on the track.
Right, and that was just like stuff that you guys were it was recording and you picked up on it.
Yeah, we were just being silly. All that stuff. That started way back on the first record when I was doing all the, just looking to get a react. Because it's just him and I in the studio. It's super awkward.
It's great. And you were not expecting anything with that song, and it ended up going number one. Becoming your second number one.
No, it's ridiculous. And we laughed. That's the thing is usually when you write a number one, you have this feeling like, oh, yeah, this is, I had that feeling with What a Song Should Do. I couldn't wait to get it out, you know? No truck song. We just laughed. We had so much fun writing it. I said, how could this possibly do anything? We just had too much fun, But I think that's the charm of the track is you can hear how much fun we were having while we were cutting it and writing it. And when we got to the bridge, I just Googled 20 greatest trucker songs, and they all We just said them like, take a little ride, something about a truck. Yeah, I was just reading the list, and how could it was just serendipitous that it all worked.
What do you learn from that experience? Kind of get out of your own way sometimes?
Get out of your own way. Yeah, that's the thing. Don't think too hard about it. That's what I learned, which is good because I'm brain no worky some days.
I know how that is.
Yeah, so it's, that's been my mantra the whole time. It's like if people can sense that you're having fun, they will also have fun.
You had a little bit of fun in Latvia.
I did.
Did you ever think this country music gig would take you to Latvia?
No, I never thought I'd go to Latvia. I got to go sing for the Canadian troops over there. So I learned a few things. So Latvia has the highest concentration of Canadian troops outside of Canada right now.
Okay.
They're part of Operation Reassurance, which is basically just kind of stacking our chips against Putin and his Russian thing over there.
Interesting.
And it was really a lot of fun. Anytime I get asked to do anything for the military, I just say yes, and I put down whatever I'm doing and I go. Because I just think they're doing such important work, and if I can put a smile on their face for 5 or 10 minutes, or for a 45-minute set, I'm happy to do that
and expand your horizons while you're doing it. Yeah. You're headed back over to Australia as well.
Yeah. We go down to Australia next week to do a little run. We haven't been down there in a long time. COVID put a damper on our plans last time we were going to go, so it's going to be great to get back over there and see all our Australian fans and play. We're going to play a big festival out there called Groundwater, and a few other gigs around town too. Around Sydney, South by Southwest is there, so it's going to be great.
You're a man in demand. Thanks for stopping by today.
My pleasure.
A busy
Thanks
one. Let's play a little more Tim Hicks right now.
Yeah.
This is a song it's the title track from your album Talk to Time. Tim Hicks, thanks, brother.
Thank you.